Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday Night Live Coin and Silver Auction with your host, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Hope everybody is doing well and staying out of trouble. It's good to see everybody in the nest hanging out, starting off with the one and only Eric A., Brian Jensen, Ben Stackin, Fleabag is here, Invisible River Ranch, Create Craft, Coins and Collectibles, Steve LaPointe, Mr. L.A. Point, yeah. Christopher Sherman is here, Fleabag is here, Silver Wishes, Alan Hall can only stop by and say hi. Well, Alan, you be safe, brother. Cool things in the nest. Greg Chapman, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Silver Surfers here. Visterion, Michael Hargis, Ron Pierce, Steve Hendricks, Silverman 92, Bombay Sapphire. Good to see everybody. We did some changes. I did a little bit of spring cleaning and cleaned up the desk a bit. Guys, J-Dog with a $5 super chat says, "Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody, brother." All right. Thank you, J-Dog, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, my friend. Ben Stackin is here. Ron Pierce, I think I said hello. But yeah. So changed up some things. My board that I had here that was made for me by one of our really cool long-term friends, the little legs that it stands on broke off, and I'm going to try to fix it eventually. But so, yeah. So these are things that you could never really see on my desk before. I always have my little sword for opening packages and stuff. What's up, James Real? Holy cow, James Real. It's keeping it real. Mud Swat in the nest. So, yeah. Tonight's early bird giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with a 64 Kennedy BU. We also, big shout out to the one and only Invisible River Ranch. We finally have a scope that doesn't mess up. Check this out. Boom! Oh, no way. Okay. I've been looking at this thing, so I know what the problem is. Oh, no way. This is the new scope, and I've had zero issues with it until just now. And it has something to do with with the OBS, or the one thing that I plug into to get it to work with the computer. Unreal, my friends. That is absolutely shocking. Let me see if I can... I don't know what I can do. Oh, there is an anti-flicker. Why is that not working? Oh, man, because this is a beautiful new scope, guys, and it was working great. I had turned it on and off a few times earlier to All right. So there was one line that I had to keep from the old scope to the new one. And what's frustrating is that line was the only thing that would make this new one work. Huh. I'll have to work on it again. What's up, Justin Cummings? Brother Bill Driscoll. That is just unreal that it is. What's up, Jack Covert? Let me start the early bird giveaway, And I'm going to see if I can do a quick fix because I know what it is this time. It's really kind of frustrating that happened. But what do you do, right? Because there's no problems with the actual thing itself. All right, I'm gonna turn on the giveaway. We'll do the early bird. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix this in the next 2 minutes here. All right, give me a second, guys. Good luck, everybody. We're giving away that 1964 BU Kennedy half, and you know what? I'm feeling extra friendly tonight. We're gonna add a Franklin half to it that I'll show you when we get there. All right, let me see if I can get this to work with a different. Is that each? Yes, that is. Okay. Wow, that's hard to get off of there. Okay. Okay, that goes in there. Just like that. Alright, let's see that. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Alright, guys. I know what the problem is, and now I feel bad because it's a little part that goes in the back of the computer that the HDMI cable has to go through to run to the computer. It's one little tiny thing this big. I'm going to have to go to the store and get a new one. And Invisible River Ranch, brother, I need to just send you some money because it looks like for some reason it didn't happen earlier, but it's happening now. Shadrach. You're funny. It's a little piece that you use into a USB connection. You know what? Let me try one more thing. Let's see something here. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see this. Goes into there. Video capture. Okay. Well, that's different. So I got it to stop flickering, but now it's showing 3 separate pictures. Let me see if I can fix that, guys. Give me just a sec. Haha! The flickering has stopped. All right. Let's pick the winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah! Roy Boy is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Boy with the win. Oh, what the... No way. I had it working and now it's not working again. Oh, that is... That is too weird. I had the thing working. Alright, but Roy Boy, you're the winner. Let me turn off the Nightbot and show you that you got 2 beautiful, brilliant, uncirculated coins together. And Roy Boy, I'll put that with your envelope for your roll that you got already. Okay, so I figured out the problem, and it is a issue with that little thing in the back. I'll have to talk to Invisible River Ranch and send him something, because he shouldn't have had to get the second one. You know, I feel horrible, brother. All right, let's get into this. We got the hammer to drop. Washington State Jag fans, how you doing, my friend? But Invisible River Ranch will work something out. I know what to do now. I know where I need to go to a computer shop and basically get that piece to fix it. All right, here we go. 1963 Denver BU and 1963 Philly BU Franklin halves up for grabs in one lot. Just in melt value, you're at $34 for $1 these days. With silver being where it's at, it's unbelievable. And we'll start the bid. at $1. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, silver is unbelievable. Steve LaPointe in the joint coming in with the George. Brother Bill at 30. Edward Lee at 40. Mike Sampson was in there at 34. Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you, Joe. American Patriot trying to get in there, but Edward Lee in the lead at $40, looking for at least 41. Going once, my friends. 949 in the lead there. Silver closed at 46.81. Okay, so it's a little bit less than 34 for melt right now. Then my calculation was earlier today when it was a little over 47. Going twice. Brother Bill Driscoll coming in at 41, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach 777 says, let's go. Going once. Going twice. Yeah, so this one, Invisible River Ranch, is HDMI is the only way I could get it to work, and it's that little piece that converts so that you can plug the HDMI into the computer. All right, guys. Brother Bill Driscoll in the lead at 41, looking for 42. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Brother Bill in the lead at 41. Eric A., no worries, brother. You were trying to help. All in. Fair. Yes, the HDMI to USB converter. Fair warning. This bad thing is going to be sold. Oh, wait. To Brother Bill Driscoll for 41. Yeah, it's, and you know what's weird in OBS, it has a thing that says it's for anti-flicker, but it won't let me. Thank you, Brother Bill. It won't let me hit it. KCB, good to see you here, my friend. All right, next Joe Overly. I will, and Joe, I put a little short video up about that fidget spinner you gave me, the challenge coin. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can do me, HDMI is too high a bit rate for USB. You know what? That makes sense. Let me see something. What up, Riley? Riley, my wife does all the shipping, and when it's for gifts, we give those out twice a month. And she probably already sent it to you, brother. If I missed your email, sorry, but I've been super busy lately. 2025, and matter of fact, that's something that actually, you could have just re-emailed about. Just said, hey, did you get it? We got a 2025 PCS Slab certified MS70 Australian wedge-tailed eagle. Cool things with a $5 super chat says, Raven Nest, happy Thursday. Oh, no worries, man. If I don't get back to you within a day or two, it's honestly because I didn't see it. And, sometimes if you just send a second one, it'll say, hey, you need to look at this. Or it might have ended up in my my junk folder. So these ones were selling on eBay for 120 to 150 bucks. I got a reserve on it for 75. I think that's fair. Somebody can actually flip this for good money. Guys, Eric A. coming in, I think, at 90. Let me confirm that bid. Dropping the bomb on us is Eric A., everybody. What's up, John Jacobs? All right. Eric A. in the lead. Going once. Going twice. 3 times for Larry. All right, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Eric A for $90. Scott S, he's talking about the converter thing in the back of my computer that used to work before. Because I think what it does is it slows down the HDMI resolution to make it work. All right, Eric A with the win on lot number 2. We're trying to get through a little bit of these because we do have a 1960 Franklin half being given away for the midstream. Next up, for you, those of you that love Silver Eagles, we have a 2018 West Point first day of issue MS-70 with the 11th Cheath engraver Elizabeth Jones signature, NGC slabbed and certified, a perfect grade. And I don't even think I don't have a reserve on it. They're worth, you know, they go for about $60 or so, 65 online for an MS-70. And we will start the bid at a whopping $1. What up, Des Logic? How you doing, brother? All right, James Real coming in at 45. Overly at 48. Mike Sampson coming in at 50, ladies and gentlemen, with the George. With the price of Eagles right now, you can't even touch a raw one for less than 53. So a slabbed one that's an MS-70 sitting at $50, that's a heck of a deal. Going once. Mike Sampson in the lead at 50, looking for 51, going twice. Mike Sampson in the lead at 50. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure when I bought this, I probably paid about 70. Des Logic coming in at 51. Got in there just before James Real. Weekly Bullion coming in at 53 like he's Johnny T with another George. Michael LeFew in here. Michael LeFew. Mike Sampson can't drive. 55. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Sampson in the lead. Going once at 55. Mike in the lead at 55. Looking for 56. Going twice. Mike Sampson in the lead at 55, looking for 56. It's the last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, ho, ho. Mike Sampson, Weekly Bullion coming in at 56. Michael LeFew coming in at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Few in the lead. James Real trying to get in there, but Weekly Bullion snapping back at 58. What's up, Silver Chupacabra? How you doing, brother? All right, I'm sure I'm missing some stuff. Guys, Michael LeFew coming in at 60, looking for 61 to get her done. Going once. Michael LeFew in the lead at 60. What's up, Wausau Game Can? Going twice. 4K needs HDMI. So Invisible River Ranch, what do I do to fix it, brother? Do I still use that converter? Going once to Weekly Bullion at 61, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 62. Going twice. Create Craft. Kicking butt. The hardest working mod in the industry. Last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, ho, ho. Weekly Bullion in the lead at 61. Looking to get her done. All in. Do you got a really big? Yes, I got a silver hammer. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Weekly Bullion for 61. Thank you, Weekly. All right. So I got a show down in Sherman, Texas tomorrow. Well, actually, we set up tomorrow. The show is on the weekend. Joe's proud of his overly graded, not worth anything ICG coin. Hey, Travis Sturgeon, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right, next lot up for grabs. We have a 64 BU and a 63 Philly BU Kennedy along with the Franklin together in a lot. And I don't have a reserve on these. Starting bid is $1. Crazy Stacker, yeah. Jack Covert, cool, brother. Always good to see you. Guys, James Real coming in at 25. Visterion at 40. Steve LaPointe at 42. What you gonna do? Going once to LaPointe at 42. Looking for 43 like we're Johnny T. Going twice. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to make it work, Invisible. You know what? Maybe, I know Joe's good with computers. Maybe he can take a look at it. Last call from Mr. Alcohol. Steve LaPointe in the lead. At 42. All in. Fair warning. This bad coins are sold to Steve LaPointe for 42. If it does only HDMI, it needs a converter to USB. Yeah, and I think that's what's broken. Invisible River Ranch, it's the converter thing that's not working properly. Because when I went back there and I felt that it was hot to the touch, which I don't think things that are in the computer should be hot. Planning on putting Peppa on a raw diet. Yes, I will be doing that, Savvy Stacker. I have a freezer that's being delivered tomorrow. And so that'll allow us to have extra meat and stuff for the dogs. And we're going to put the dogs on that diet and see how it goes. I will definitely let you guys know how they're doing. Hot is okay. You know what? Well, here's the thing, Eric A. It used to work. And I think it's just that the converter piece has gone bad. You know. All right. Next lot up. Number 5. Johnny 5 to stay alive. CreateCraft says send to 949. Oh. All right. Will do. Steve LaPointe hooking it up. I do have another dog named Stacker. Deslogic. So 949 designs. And because of the love, the generosity, I'm going to add something. Give me a second here. To the midstream giveaway. I will add a 67 40%er to go along with that Franklin half. All right. Next item up, we have a 1963 MS65 NGC Sladman certified Franklin half in an older holder. Up for grabs. Worth about $40. Yeah, Invisible, that was really strange. Starting the bid off at $1, my friends. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. James Real coming in at 25 and staying alive. Steve LaPointe at 30. Mike Sampson at 40, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Sampson in the lead at $40. Megan S. Holler. Going once. Mike Sampson in the lead at 40, looking for 41. Going twice. Holy Peppa, says Doug Wagner. Brother Doug. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Mike Sampson in the lead at $40. All in. Fair warning. It looks like this bad Benji is going to be sold to Mike Sampson for $40. Emil's ears were burning, says Eric A. Emil likes them Benjis, that's for sure. All right, Mike Sampson. All right. Lot number 6 in the mix. Remember, we'll do a giveaway after lot number, I think it was 12. This one's a really cool one. This is from the McLaren collection, ladies and gentlemen. 1886, MS64, NGC slab, and certified. A nice grade to get on a Morgan. I do have the reserve at, that was supposed to be 90. I don't know why that says 100. But I do have the reserve at $90. Del Marvelous Diggin'. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. But it being a McLaren and a 64, it is something that is, they go for about 115 usually, is what the retail is on them. Guys, Jeff coming in at $90 with the George. Jeff in at 90, looking for 91, going once. Jeff in the lead at 90, going twice. You know me, we don't slow roll these. Provenance is rare, that's for sure. Last call from Mr. Alki Hall. Jeff about to get a smoking deal. Holy cow. I feel like I'm on Whatnot. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin looks like it's going to be sold to Jeff for $90. Killer deal, brother. Took a break while silver was going up. I'm doing good, man. Thank you, Del Marvelous. Good to see you. All right, so Jeff getting the smoking deal of the night so far. You know, here's the thing. Maybe I'm just bringing too much of the same stuff and you guys already have this stuff and I just forget, which I understand. You know, that can get frustrating when you're like, well, I already have 3 of those, Raven. I don't need another one. All right, next one coming up is for our currency collectors out there. This is called a short snorter, and this is a Hawaii note, and this is a very nice example. There is a little bit of a fold right here that I saw in the video, but overall, it's a nice note. When they have the signatures on them from way back when, they call them short snorters. This one in its condition is worth probably about $75. I have it up for a reserve at $55. So good luck, my friends. Yeah, thank you, Del Marvelous. It's good to see you as well. So what had happened is people that were in the war and whatnot, they would sign those and they would, you know, put little phrases and stuff on them. So this one has them, but over time it's kind of made them where, okay, so I do see the middle fold right there. Yep, and normally $1 notes only last that long. About 18 months is right. Angie Crowell, how you doing? Angie, I sent you an email, my friend. Hopefully you got it. All right. I'm not seeing anybody jumping on the Hawaii note. I'm actually kind of surprised. That is a good note, but going once. Eric A comes in at 55 and staying alive with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Eric A coming in. Lakshmi Harakumar just subscribed. Thank you, Lakshmi. All right, guys. Eric in the lead. What's up, Especialo? Going once. Eric at 55, looking for 56. Going twice. Eric in the lead. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Eric A for 55. Thank you, Eric. CM Silver, how you doing, brother? Des Logic, happy birthday this Saturday. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, aka Feliz Cumpleaños. Happy birthday to Des Logic. All right, next one up, number 8, my friends. Number 8. Making it great. We have a 1950 Denver. Franklin half, BU condition. Up for grabs. Start the bid off at $1. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Guys, Steve LaPointe coming in with the deuce. Lighting up the field. And you dropped the bomb on me, Stevie. All right, guys. Mike Sampson and James Reel trying to get in there, but LaPointe in the lead. Buy up gold and silver in the lead at 25 and staying alive. Buy up in the lead. Yes, it is a 50 Denver, brother. Steve LaPointe at 27, looking for 28 to make it great. Going once. Steve LaPointe in the lead at 27, looking for 28. Matter of fact, I didn't even look up the 50D. I threw out a number that I thought was, pretty fair. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 28. I have a general idea what most things are worth. And, a lot of these things that are happening now with silver being so high, guys, Emil coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen, with the George. Going once to Emil. Richard Cornell's MS65 is around $200. That makes sense. A 1950 is, what is that? Third year. Going twice. I don't look up everything, Buy up gold and silver coming in at 31. Looking for 32. LaPointe at 32. What you gonna do? Going once to LaPointe at 32. Looking for 33. Buy up gold and silver is at 33. So one thing that we're that's happening in the shop. Matter of fact, we have a new episode of Coin Shop Talk that came out earlier today that tells you what kind of coins to get graded and what not to get graded. But what's happening is silver is so highly priced that things like Engelhard bars and different things are literally no longer expensive like they were, because there's no extra room. All right, going once to buy up gold and silver at 33, looking for 34, going twice. Buy up at 33. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all in. Fair warning. This bad Benji is sold to buy up gold and silver for 33. All right, congratulations. Buy up gold and silver. Hey guys, when you're watching the videos, if you could do me a huge favor, there is this thing on there now that is called the hype button. And that hype button helps get videos put out to people that don't normally see them. So if you guys don't mind pressing the hype button for RavenHawk coins when you're watching the videos, that would be awesome. It really, really helps us out. All right, next up we have the 1922 CAC MS63 piece dollar. This is from the Witter Brick, kind of like a mystery bag that they do. They do a box. But right here, signed by Seth Chandler, the co-founder of CAC. So it's on the like button area of videos. There'll be three little dots. It'll be commenting area, then hype, and then something else. And there's that little spot that you hit it. All right, so this is up next. I don't have a reserve on these because here's the thing. This coin in its normal condition or normal situation would be about 65 bucks. Thank you, Invisible River Ranch. But because it's a Witter Brick and it's CAC and it's signed by the co-founder, they've got a premium on it, and they were selling for really crazy money. I'm gonna start off at $1 and see where we go. We got James Reel at 40, Steve Lapointe on 43, Joe Overly coming alive at 45, Joe in the mix, J-Dog coming in at 50, ladies and gentlemen. J-Dog in the lead at 50, James Reel still trying to get in there. Del Marvelous at 48. Well, if you guys see it, tap on it. It's supposed to show it to everybody. Maybe it's more for when you're on your cell phone. I mean, I don't know. You know what? Matter of fact, I think it is from your cell phone. So if you're watching it from your cell phone, I think that's for some reason the way that they're going with it. Jeff coming in at 51, trying to get her done. Jeff, the king of smoking deals tonight, huh? Jeff in the lead at 51, looking for 52. Oh, Invisible says it was on a computer, so maybe it's something they're not rolling out for everything. I don't know, but I normally sees it. All right, guys. It's a new thing, yeah. Jeff at 51. Holy cow, guys. Okay, I should have put a reserve on this one. I'm literally getting whatnotted again. Going twice. Scorpio coming in at 52, saving the day. Hype up to 3 times a week. Jeff at 55 because he can't drive. 55. Edward Lee coming in at 56. James Reel and Michael LeFew in there. Scorpio at 57, ladies and gentlemen. I've been hyped, says Shadrach. Thank you, brother. It really does help out a lot. Michael LeFew stepping in with the George at 60, ladies and gentlemen. Michael LeFew in at 60. Eric A. trying to get in there. LeFew just a little bit quicker on the draw. What's up, Crawl Daddy Stacks? Going once. Michael LeFew in the lead at 60. Joe Overly coming in at 61. Looking for 62. Eric A. coming alive at 65. With the Snope. Going once. LeFew trying to get in there, but Eric A. in the lead at 65. Looking for 66. Going twice, my friends. LeFew at 67. Got in there just before Golden Bacon Tree. Mr. LeFew in the lead. Golden Bacon, good to see you, my friend. Looking for 68 to make it great. Going once to Edward Lee at 68, ladies and gentlemen. Edward Lee in the lead at 68. Looking for 69 to make it fine. Going twice, my friends. Crawdaddy 49 on Saturday. Same day as Des Logic. Michael LeFew coming in at 69. Alexander, what's going on? All right, guys. LeFew in the lead at 69. Looking for 70. Going once. Michael LeFew in the lead at 69. Looking for 70. Going twice. Wait, Golden Bacon at 69? I have Golden Bacon at 67. Edward Lee at 68. Oh, weird. I don't know. What's up, Frank Mons? Okay. Edward Lee at 70. Sorry, guys. Edward Lee now at 70. My mistake, going once. Edward Lee now in the lead. Going twice. Oh. That's why. Okay. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Frank Mon says the number got censored. Golden Bacon coming in at 71 with the Snope. Going once to Golden Bacon. Looking for 72. Going twice. Golden Bacon Tree in the lead. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Golden Bacon at 71. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Golden Bacon Tree for 71. Congrats to Golden Bacon. Sorry for the thing there. I'm glad you guys caught it. All right. Golden Bacon in the lead. But yeah, so Peppa and Stacker, they're going to be put on a raw diet. My buddy that I travel with to coin shows, his daughter is a veterinarian, and also he himself has had his animals on the raw diet for a long time. So I'm going to try it out. Here we go. Next item up, 1956, Type 2, Proof 67. Guys, I don't know why this doesn't have Cameo. Maybe because it's older and the person didn't ask for it to be done. But that sucker is Cameo all day in my mind. So that is up next. It's a Proof 67, worth about, without the Cameo name on the label, $65 retail. And all right, guys, Mike Sampson started us off at 40, Shadrach at 42, like Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? Shadrach in the lead, Jeff at 44, trying to get out the door. Looking for at least 45 to stay alive. Going once to Jeff. But all day long, if somebody cracks that out, sends it in, and it gets that Cameo designation, it'll be worth a very pretty penny. It's a nice coin. Gary S. in the nest. What's up, Gary? Good to see you, brother. Gary at 46. Looking for 47. Going once. Gary in the lead. My pup is on a prescription diet. It helps, but still has flare-ups. Going through one now. It breaks my heart. I feel powerless. Savvy Stacker. So Peppa's got some kind of allergy thing going on. That's why we're going to the raw diet too. I can see it, but if you have to look for it, it's harder to get the designation. That's for sure. Going twice. Gary S. at 46, ladies and gentlemen. Gary about to get a smoking deal. Last call. Gary at 46. Shadrack coming in with the George at 48. Going once. Shadrack in the lead at 48. Looking for 49. Going twice. Yeah, 88 was getting censored. I remember that. Gary S. coming back. Del Marvelous at 50, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous in the lead. Going once. Del Marvelous in the lead at 50. Looking for 51. Going twice. So I got to tell you guys something. I saw a Whatnot commercial that really kind of stuck as, to me, a very deceptive commercial. The kid that was in it going once to Gary S. at 51, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead at 51, looking for 52. Ultralight cameo, that'd be cool. Going once to Del Marvelous. So this Whatnot commercial, the kid doing the commercial says that Whatnot single-handedly brought him back to being a coin collector. However, he's a content maker. I'm not going to throw his name out there, but I thought that was really shady stuff. All right, guys. Del Marvelous digging in at 54. Looking for 55. Going once. Del Marvelous digging in the lead at 54. Looking at 55. Going twice. But I just thought that was too strange. You know, it's like you are making content. You're still a collector, but you're telling people in a advertisement that Whatnot brought you back. Going once to Gary S. at 55. Del Marvelous is, have not seen the commercial yet, but probably going to see it soon. Yeah, especially if we talk about it. Your phone hears everything you do. Going twice. When it comes to Whatnot, people either love it or hate it. I hate it, by the way. Not laptop friendly. Oh, I've got a story for you. So a good friend of mine literally got stuck with a $1,400 item because they accidentally hit the swipe. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. So the Type 1 on the reverse, Joe, you have to look at the little eagle here, and it has 4 ticks. So 4 little feathers. The Type 2 has 3. That difference of the 1 extra feather makes all the difference in the world. Emil coming in at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Emil at 57, going once. Emil in the lead. Joe, I'll show you sometime when I see you the difference. I can kind of point it out. Yeah. Yeah, it cost him quite a bit. Guys, Del Marvelous digging coming in at 65. But in the proof coin, the Type 1 is the 4 feathers. Going once till Del Marvelous at 65. Looking for 66. What's up, Johnny T? Going twice. Del Marvelous in the lead at 65. It's the underwater auctioneer. Who's going to win? You just never know. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho. Del Marvelous in the lead at 65. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous digging for 65. You know what? I'm going to use this as my hammer. How many feathers am I holding up? Resin Dragon. What's going on, lady? How are you doing? All right, so Del Marvelous digging. All right, we got 2 more, and then we're going to do a giveaway. The Whatnot commercial out of YouTube you're talking about? Yes, J-Dog. Yeah, there's a guy that's on the commercial, and he said you can find all this great stuff and all these cool things. And then he literally says that Whatnot brought him back to coin collecting. I thought that was pretty strange. Here we go. 1873 from Belgium. 90% silver. Just under 3/4 of an ounce. Very pretty coin. Does have a couple little rim dings that I didn't catch until I put it in this holder. But hey, that happens. And should be worth about 45 to 50 bucks. We're going to start the bid. Guys, Del Marvelous Digging starting us off at 45 with the bomb. Del Marvelous Digging in the lead at 45, looking for 46. Going once, my friends. You know me, we don't slow play these. We got 100 likes, 131 watching. Nice, going twice. Good to have everybody here tonight. Love being here with the Nest. You guys are absolutely amazing. Last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, 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 ho. Del Marvelous in the lead at 45. Lone bidder all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous Digging, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous, I'm going to put both your stuff in the same envelope. You know, Eric A., what's strange is normally I don't pay attention to commercials, but I was really kind of stoked to see that, you know, this guy had gotten his own commercial. And then I'm watching it and I was like, huh. Resin Dragon, I didn't put the name out there, but they do make content. All right, next coin. So, guys, I'm going to turn on the scope for this coin, even though it's going to be, you know, it's going to give us a little grief, because this thing is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful coin. You see that 1897. That flickering is going to get fixed. I promise. And there is the reverse. That's a barber. Let me show you guys up close. Oops. This thing is look at that cartwheeling there. I actually think this is a BU coin. I have it at AU plus. Me and my guy that I got it from, we kind of went back and forth on what we thought. But no matter what, if it got the minimal BU, a 60, it'd be about 115, 120 bucks. I have a reserve on it at $100. The aspect ratio is too tall. Guys, Silver Chupacabra coming in at $100, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 105 to stay alive. James Real, that's an uncirculated barber. Guys, CM Silver coming in at 110. Looking for 115. You just don't see uncirculated barbers of much stuff. 115 from Silver Chupacabra. Johnny T says, look for something coming your way around October 31st. Just saying. Thank you, Johnny. You always make cool stuff. Gary S. in the Nest coming in at 120. CM trying to get in there, but Gary a little quicker on the draw. CM Silver at 125 with another George. CM in the lead. Yeah, you don't find these coin roll hunting. Going once. CM Silver at 125, looking for 130. Going twice, my friends. Crawdaddy Stacks. This is the hammer, brother. That's the silver hammer right there. Booyah. Guys, Silver Chupacabra coming in at 130 with the snow. Looking for 135. Going once. CM says he's got 135. Looking for 140. Going once. See him in the lead at 135, going twice. See him in the lead at 135. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Oh, what's up, Sam Wilson? Silver Chupacabra, thank you, brother. He said he's out. Shadrach, I hit the flicker. Tried to, it wouldn't let me hit the flicker thingy. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to CM Silver for 135. Crawdaddy, we were making a joke about using a hammer on the back of the computer to make the scope work. All right, CM. Killer coin, brother. Killer. All right. All right, it is time to do the giveaway. We have 2 coins in front of us, a BU Franklin half and a 40% Kennedy half. And you know what, guys? I'm feeling a little frisky. I love hanging out with y'all. We have a good time. Let me see. I will add into the giveaway a 1961 BU quarter, my friends. This thing is shiny as shiny can be. Let me turn on the giveaway, the Nightbot. And remember, just because I advertise what giveaways are, I've told you guys before, I will add stuff here and there depending on how the night is to make it more fun for everybody. All right, so let me get this thing in a holder. As a matter of fact, that Kennedy 40%er should probably be in a holder too, just to protect the coin. Del Marvelous Digging, I love you back, bro. Okay. Guys, Cool Things sent a free membership to someone. That is awesome. Thank you, Cool Things. Too cool. Frisky, watch out, Miss RavenHawk, says Resin. All right. Let me see something here. All right. Hey, Resin, I sent you a little message real quick. Call me Tom, says Tom Thumb. What's up, Silver Spurs? American Prairie Time, how you doing? Don't forget, we have an end-of-stream Silver Panda from 2021. That's up for grabs at the end of the stream. We only have 23 lots tonight. All right. Let's see who the winner is in 3. Guys, Entropy just subscribed. Man, we've been getting subscriptions like crazy today. All in. Fair warning. 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Resin Dragon Studios wins the 3-coin midstream giveaway. That is unreal. Holy cow. I think the bot's listening because I just said Resin's name a second ago. And then she wins. Look out, my friends. Yeah, it's kind of a trip. All right. Next thing up, my friends. What's up, buddy? What you doing, handsome? Hey, oh, you leaving me? All right, fine, whatever. Savvy Stacker says, say my name. Say my name. All right, next item up. We have a 1928A VF30 Plus funny back up for grabs. Very cool note. And I don't have a reserve on it. Note's worth probably about 45, 50 bucks. We're going to start the bid off. I'm going to start off at 25. It's worth quite a bit more. It's worth more than that by a bit. So I'll start it off at 25. I think that's pretty fair. Hambone coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. 7581 with the George. Hambone in the lead. Looking for at least 31. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 31. With the Snopage. Looking for 32 like we're Mr. LeFew. Seem them higher on the bay, that's for sure. Eric A at 33. Mike Sampson staying alive at 35. Ladies and gentlemen, Sampson in the lead. Going once. Every time I see his last name, I remember that song. Romeo and Juliet. Do, 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 do. Samson and Delilah. All right, going twice. The song's called Fire. All right, guys. Eric A at 36 got in there just before the one and only buy up gold and silver. Pointer Sisters. Yep. Eric A in the lead going once. So Crawdaddy, the reason it's called a funny back is that it was really fancy in the back, kind of different than what they had seen in a while. Booyah. Going twice. Eric A in the lead at 36, looking for 37. So they just called them funny backs because they thought they looked strange. A lot of artwork back in the day was a lot nicer. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Oh, looks like Monopoly money, that's for sure. That's funny. Eric A getting a smoking deal. Holy cow. All in. Fair warning. This bad dollar is sold. To Eric A for 36. Congrats on that one, Eric. Holy shnikey. Oh, in a couple weeks, guys, we're going to have a 4-way channel collaboration going on. We're getting a mystery bag, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's with me, Rob, Seeker, and Keith. And we're hoping that we all picked different sellers and seeing who got the best deal out of it. We'll see what happens. All right, next lot up, we have some uncirculated action going on again. It is a Kennedy half and a Franklin half, both beautiful. The Franklin's a 63. The Kennedy, well, of course, for 90%ers, got to be a 64. I'm going to get the description out there for you guys. Yep, Mount Stackmore, me, Rob, and Seeker. All right, guys, we'll start off it at $1. Good luck, everybody. All right, I know Invisible was putting a date out. Del Marvelous was just saying a date. Shadrach at 35. And you know what? That's something I actually need to take care of is the loyalty program. I've got a lot of ones to update. All right, guys. Jeff coming in at 37. Jeff in at 37, looking for 38. Going once. And Crawdaddy, yeah. We'll get to it. I'll probably try to get that done by the end of this next couple weeks. It's going to take me a couple hours to do the spreadsheet. Guys, Del Marvelous at 40. Going once, my friends. Del Marvelous in the lead at 40. Looking for 41. Going twice. I'm out of my comfort zone buying all this paper tonight, says Eric A. Last call. Well, you did good, Eric A. You did well on what you bought. So, no stress there. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Del Marvelous Digging for $40. So, Del Marvelous, congratulations. What's up, Bubba? All right. Yep, Coin Crew, Keith and Angel are good people. Known them a while now. All right. You're welcome, brother. Thank you. This next one, ladies and gentlemen, you don't see often. 1880 Carson City. Right there. Up for grabs. A nice hole filler. The mystery box videos are cool. Thank you, Resin. Yeah, we're going to do a collaboration, the four of us. We're hoping everybody has a good time and likes it. This coin, I do have a reserve at 195. I think that's worth about 220 or so. So good luck, my friends. Good luck. It is definitely Carson City. For the condition it's in, I see it about 215 to 220. So I have a reserve at 195. 42 months, proud to be a member, supporter, and a friend. Heck yeah, J-Dog. Wow, 3.5 years already have gone by, dude. Wow, that's fast. All right, well, all right. I see nobody's jumping on the 1880 Carson City. That's okay. Going once. It'll go with me down to Texas if it doesn't sail tonight, which is fine. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. What's up, Gleason News? Yes, coin show in Texas. The Denison / Sherman coin show. Guys, cool things coming in with the George at 195. Going once. Going twice. Last call. If you want to go on to CoinZip and just look up coin shows in Texoma, it'll be this Saturday. But I leave tomorrow to get there. All right, my friends, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Cool Things for $195. Thank you, Cool Things. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Create Craft says safe travels. I appreciate that, brother. All right. So, Cool Things. And actually, Crawdaddy, thanks for reminding me about the loyalty point program, because it's about that time that we get the points done and then do another cool giveaway night. Go Cubs. Cubbies are my team, Richard Cornell. All right. Next item up. This one's really cool. I love this coin. Seated Liberty F12. Right there with the retail price still on it. I forgot to take it off, so I left it there. And I have a reserve bid on this. I'm going to put it to... 95. I don't know why I had it at 100. But we'll put it at 95. You don't see those very often. Trying to sneak out this week into Metal Detect. Nice. But that's a good coin at a decent price. 7th CC, 8th if you count the O over CC. Nice. Guys, Silver Chupacabra coming in at a hundo. Del Marvelous was in there at 98. But Silver Chupa is in the lead at a hundo. Looking for 105 going once. Silver Chupacabra with the George. Going twice. We got a C note, says Brother Doug. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Oh, 1900 O over CC. Got it from Raven. Thank you, brother. Silver Chupacabra. All right, my friends, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Silver Chupacabra for a C note. Thank you, Chup. All right. There was something I was going to say to you guys. Oh, well. It must not, like my parents always said, it must not be important if you can't remember it, right? You guys are getting good deals, which is always nice. Okay, this next coin is an absolute stunner. Check this out. 1882 San Francisco MS63 Plus. When I bought this, the person had a thing that said MS65 proof-like. I think this would probably get a 64. It could get a 60. I think 64 is about where it's at. You know, so I put 63 plus just in case. Cool things, my pleasure, brother. I try to do what I can. I got a reserve on this at 80. Good luck, my friends. I didn't know Coin Crew was doing Whatnot. Nor did I know he's doing it on a Thursday. Huh. That's interesting. Well, good for him. All right. So reserve on this one's $80. Well, I hope they do well over there. You know me, guys. I'm friends with Rob and Seeker and Coin Crew, and I really hope they do well. But I do not like Whatnot. No big. It's, you know what? We're on different whatchamacallits. You know? Here, I'll show the coin again. Somebody has to see it again. You know what? This got a little cheek chatter, but the fields are nice. You know? I'll tell you what. Since I don't see anybody jumping on this, I had it at what, $80? I'm literally gonna break even on this. I'll do a buy it now for 70. No, I mean, I really hope they all. Christopher Sherman, it's yours, brother. Sold to Christopher Sherman. All right. So, here's the thing, man. We are all people just trying to do our thing. And I'm sure that, they, whatnot probably gave them a good entice to go over there. And here's the thing. So here's the thing. Keith has a standalone coin shop. He can actually have the kind of inventory that makes sense for being on Whatnot. Somebody like myself, where I do coin shows and stuff, and I try to be at a certain level with my coins for you guys, I can't do the Whatnot thing. It's way too much for what Whatnot is. And I don't like being lied to. Whatnot lied to me. Alright, guys. The 1926 sesquicentennial, I never say this thing right, XF45. That's a gorgeous coin there. Commemorative half. Let's see where we're at on that. That, I don't have, it looks like I don't have a reserve. But I will start the bid at 55. It's probably worth about 70. Bought stuff on Whatnot, but it does have a carnival game feel. Shadrach coming in because he can't drive. 55. $1 million worth of reals and escudos, as well as gold artifacts from a shipwreck from over 300 years ago. Nice. Christopher Sherman, thank you, brother. All right, going once to Shadrach at 55. Shadrach in the lead. Buy up gold and silver, says, Shad. Mr. Choop, I'm coming in at 58, says Shadrach. Looking for 59. Going once. Shadrach. This is where Benji got his bell, says Invisible River Ranch. Going twice. And, here's the thing. You can do those carnival games over there, and nobody seems to get mad. Talk about real gambling. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall. Shadrach at 58, looking for 59. All right, my friends, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Shadrach 777 for 58. I know some people they've told me some stuff. That Whatnot, some of the people on there are being pigeonholed into selling stuff for less than what makes sense, Like the story I heard about the $100 brown seal selling for $18. Well, that $100 note was still worth $100 no matter what. Even if that thing was so bad you had zero collector to it, still worth it. I told LA Steve they could give me a hundo coupon and I'm still not going to Whatnot, says John Jacobs. Wow, yeah, and that when you're selling stuff in 15 seconds or less, that's interesting. Silver Seeker's on there, and so is Rob Finds Treasure, Steve Lapointe. They're both on there. I've said before, like, they're my friends. I can't be mad at them trying to do stuff to help their family, and they're businessmen. They're there to make money. All right, so we have 3 consecutive 81, 82, and 83, if I remember this right. These are crisp, uncirculated notes Red Seals from 1964 or 3. Yeah, and you guys need a big following, you know. Okay, on the 3 notes, guys, I have a reserve at 65. They're uncirculated. They're in order. I think between the 3 of them, you probably about 80, 85 bucks or so in value for the 3 notes. So you got, about 20 bucks on there as far as you know what? I'll tell you what, DeMarvelous. This one, the one of them does have one fold on the end that I showed in the video. I'll let DeMarvelous come in at 50, even though that's painful. Going once to DeMarvelous. Going twice. Last call. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 55. DeMarvelous at 60, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to DeMarvelous at 60. Going twice. Buy up gold and silver at 61. Going once. Going twice. Do I still have a Big America note? I want that for my wife. Visterion, you have to let me know what city was it. Oh, guys, DeMarvelous at 65. Going once. Going twice. Last call. I'm getting that one graded, brother. I'm pretty sure I brought that to. I'm getting it graded. I gave it to my my guy that grades my notes. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin. These bad notes are sold to DeMarvelous Diggin for 65. Thank you, DeMarvelous. All right. Congrats on that. You know what, guys? Let's do a bonus giveaway here. I'm feeling a little more generous again. It's not going to be something super huge, but it'll still be cool. You know what, Visterion? I'll find you one though. I'll look for one that's Bank of America again. I think there might be one at the shop, but I'll keep an eye out for you. Okay, we're gonna give away this 1961 beauty. Boom. You just never know when I'm gonna give something else away or do something. That's why it's cool to have you guys here. All right, and then I will be back. I'm gonna turn on the Nightbot. Turn on the Nightbot. Let it shine wherever you go. All right, guys. Good luck. RavenHawk coin. Stay tuned. Have a great day. we are going to pick the winner of the giveaway. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Denmo. Denmo, you are the winner. Winner. Chicken dinner. Denmo. All right. Congratulations to Den of the Mo. We just have a couple items left on the night, guys, and then it is over. Oh, and going, not this week, but starting probably in the next week, we're going to start trying to get the shipping done a little faster for you guys. We're trying to work on a system that we think will work. We're trying to get the literally the bugs out of it. All right, next item up, my friends. We have the 1936 Arkansas. This is at least an AU 58, if not a little better. This is a beautiful coin, but it's definitely AU. American Patriot, Copper Falcon for 3 years and 3 months. Thank you, brother. Okay, on the Arkansas, I do have a reserve bid at $100. That thing is beautiful. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. I was going to say, Raven, why do I keep getting bugs in my packages? That's funny. All right. Dwayne Mansell, 43 months as a Copper Falcon. 3.5+ years, my friends. Unreal. Came for this coin, but left with something a little heavier. Says cool things. Nice. All right. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Visterion coming in with the George at a hundo, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Going twice. Last call. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Mr. Visterion for a hundo. Thank you, Visterion. I appreciate you, brother. What's up, Harley Babe? Lori Camarista, good to see you, my friend. All right. Yeah, thank you, Visterion. I appreciate you, brother. All right. Next coin up. Oh, yeah, this one is cool. $1880s MS64 from the John W. Highfill Horde in 1974. NGC slabbed and certified. I have a reserve on it for only $90. I did not put in the Horde as a selling point as far as price. I just put it as what the grade goes for roughly. You guys can have fun. Del Marvelous coming in at 90, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous in the lead at 90. Looking for at least 91 to get her done. Del Marvelous digging in the lead. He's looking for a Suzuki. Dude, in 74, he probably paid more like $10. You know? Jeff coming in at 92. Looking for 93. Like he's Johnny T. Going once. Going twice. Jeff in the lead at 92. Looking for 93. Del Marvelous Digging coming in at 95. David McGowan trying to get in there. Create Craft is asking for the auctioneer. We got David McGowan coming in at 96. Looking for 97. Are we going to get 97? Going once. Going twice. Ladies and gentlemen, dropping the bomb on us with a C note. Del Marvelous Digging. Now we're looking for 105. Going once. Going twice. The battle is real. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall. Del Marvelous at 100. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous Digging for 100. You know, the one bummer part about not doing the whatnot thing at all is I don't get to go over there and support Rob and Seeker and Keith and Angel, you know? That is the one bummer part, because normally what I would do is I would, you know, like tonight I would have some time to go over and say hey, but unfortunately, it is what it is. All right. Next one up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1938 BU Merc Dime. It is not full split bands. It's just a really pretty 1938. It's worth about 10 to 13 bucks. And we'll start the bid off at about silver melt, $3. Yeah, Steve LaPointe, I appreciate you, brother. You're better off staying away, in my opinion, says Loose Change. Shadrack at 5, Crawdaddy at 6, Gary S at 10, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S in the lead, getting in there before DeMarvelous. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 12. I'm spoiled. Keith's shop is a 3-hour drive for me and an hour from my in-laws. I have excuses to visit family now. There you go, Wolf Tracks. All right, guys. Buy up at 12. Got in there just before DeMarvelous Digging. Going once. Buy up in the lead. Looking for 13. Going twice. Buy up in the lead. Gary S in the nest at 13, my friends. Going once again. Guys, buy up coming in at 15. Del Marvelous was in there at 14 with the George as buy up. Going once. Going twice. Buy up in gold and silver. Del Marvelous is oot and a boot. What's up, Tim Whitley? How you doing? I watched the Whatnot, only bought something from Southern Metal on his first try as it moves too fast for me, says Mustang Dave. All in, fair warning, this bad coin is sold to buy up gold and silver for 15. I wasn't planning on going there. Now that I know the auctions are 15 seconds, I want to go there even less. But guys, seriously, like, you know, if you already support these guys, they'd appreciate seeing you there, you know. And like I said, I want all of us to do well. I really do. I think that's the way things should be, is everybody should be able to do well. All right, last item up This is the Witter Brick CAC 65. Cat coins go for a little more cash, which kind of surprises me. With Seth Chandler, live signature, co-founder of CAC. I do have a reserve on this coin at 55 bucks. They were selling any ones with his signature were going for stupid money, but I wanted to be fair. There is a little bit of a premium because I did pay up for this one. All right, guys. Del Marvelous digging coming in at 55 and staying alive. Del Marvelous quick on the draw. Del Marvelous. No, Del Marvelous, you were the first one in, brother. But Edward Lee and Gary S. were in there. But Del Marvelous in the lead at 55. Eric A. coming in at 65. So Witter Brick is a mystery box, just like Vault Box and Ultra Breaks. But they do these really cool, they do boxes. I just went to his coin shop, Witter Coin, says Rockzilla. Yep. Going twice. No interest whatsoever in whatnot. I love Seeker and RFT and Coin Crew, but I don't trust it. I feel you, Crafty. But yeah, so Witter Brick puts together these really nice, they're CAC and other stuff that's like really good coins. I've been wanting to buy one. I just never get a chance. Del Marvelous digging coming in at 70, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous in the lead. Going once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Went to Chicago last year, so couldn't go to Coin Crew because they were on the other side of Lake. Yeah, they're pretty far away from a lot of stuff from what I understand. If I ever get up that way, I'm going to go visit them. Last call. Oh, I just said last call. Del Marvelous in the lead. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous digging for 70. Yeah. I'd like to go check things out there. Haven't been to Chicago in a long time. Oh, Bombay Sapphire. That's a bummer. All right, guys. It is time for the end of stream. Extremer than extreme. Dream Beam giveaway. But I want to say thank you to all the mods. Create, Craft, Frank Mon, CM Silver, Johnny T, American Patriot, Resin Dragon Studios, Steve LaPointe. Again, Create, Craft, and Collectibles. My brother J-Dog. Mustang Dave. Invisible River Ranch. You guys are epic. I appreciate you very much. And to everybody that got something tonight, Bill Driscoll, Eric A., Weekly Bullion, Steve LaPointe, Mike Sampson, Jeff, Buy Up Gold and Silver, Golden Bacon Tree, Del Marvelous Diggins, CM Silver, Cool Things, Silver Chupacabra, Christopher Sherman, Shadrach, 777, Visterion, and Roy Boy. Thank you guys very much. I can't do this without you. You guys have been with me a lot of years. Some of you guys 7 years, almost 8. All right. Let's get this giveaway going. Turning on the Nightbot. And a sincere thank you. What's up, Jungle Marine? Good to see you, bro. Metallic Silver Skull. What's up, my friend? Crawdaddy Stacks. Happy birthday. When is your birthday? I ain't going nowhere, says Cool Things. 8 months as a Silver Hawk. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Crawdad Daddy. Happy birthday to you. Time flies. Silver member for 31 months. Christopher Sherman, almost 3 years, guys. Unbelievable. Doug Wagner, I'm sorry, you and Mud SWAT mods in the nest. See, I'm always missing somebody's name. Okie1, how you doing? I feel bad when I do that. Zeke Rodriguez. What's up, Zeke? Holy cow, dude. 65 months as a Silver Hawk, guys. Mustang Dave. The man, the myth, the legend. 7 years, basically. Wow. No, 6.5 years. Not 7, but Copper Falcon, 36 month. Crafty Dragon, time flies when you're in the nest. Silver Slinky, 43 months. Greatest place is the nest. Thank you, Silver Slinky. Good to see you, my friend. Holy smokes. You guys are awesome. Chad Brookman, how you doing? Would be longer, but there was a pause there for a while. I had to turn off all my YouTube memberships. Yours was the only one I turned back on. Wow, Christopher Sherman, brother, that says a lot. Metallic Silver Skull, a year as a Silver Hawk. Christopher Sherman, that means a lot, man. It really does. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Lori Camarista, 28 months as a Silver Hawk, says, have a good night. Thank you, Lori. Lone Star Fox. Hey, buddy. No worries. Hey, Lone Star, you should see the short video I put up earlier. My buddy Joe gave me a challenge coin that's a spinner. It's pretty darn cool. Resin Dragon Studios. She's a mod here, too. Guys, if you like cool stuff, Resin makes a lot of cool things on her Etsy store. Check her out. All right. Time to pick the winner in 3. Guys, Riley Hunts coins with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Riley. All right. 3, 2, 1, boom! Crawdaddy Stacks gets a birthday song and the Silver Panda. Congratulations to Crawdaddy Stacks. All right, my friends. You guys are epic. Keep it real. Be good to each other. Make those lifelong friendships. There's a lot of good people here. Oh, Colorado Mountain Mama, don't worry. At least you're here supporting it. Mud SWAT, you're awesome too, brother. All right, my friends. Joe Overly, you rock, bro. Mike Sampson, you the man. All right, like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins, have a great day. That time I did it just like it's supposed to be done instead of, have a great day.